Hey, what's going on, guys? Shadow Hollow here, signing and bringing you another Destiny 2 video. And in this video, I'm gonna bring you the best, fastest way that I found for you to level up your character after doing lots of research and trying out several different methods myself. Now, there's quite a bit of information here, so hopefully I don't leave anything out. But with that said, I'll just go ahead and get started. So the level up grind can be broken down into 4 tiers. First, we have the 1 to 200 tier. Second, we have the 200 to 265 tier. Then third, we have, well, a lot of people would say that this is the 265 to 300 tier, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is actually the 265 to 280 tier, and I'll explain why later. And then lastly, we have the 280 to 350 tier, but I'm gonna go ahead and call this the enter at your own risk tier. So I'll explain each one of these tiers and give you tips to help you level up your character the most efficient way as possible. First off, complete the story. That's priority number 1. There's several things that you won't be able to do until you complete the story, so we can't even talk business until you go do that. Once you have completed the story, you should be around level 20 with a power level of 200. That's the goal and power level that you want to be at this point. If you're still level 19 like I was, there should be several NPCs around the tower that want to talk to you. What I did was I went to each one of those NPCs and they talked to me, they gave me stuff, and they actually gave me enough XP to get to level 20. So you can try that to see if they'll give you some XP, but if not, just go out into the open world and shoot things in the face. I mean, they might not like being shot in the face, but hey, you need XP and their face is the way to go about doing it. So just make sure you don't do any missions or anything. I'll explain later why, but just prioritize getting to level 20. Once you hit 20, the fun begins. You should be around power level 200, but if you're not, don't worry about it. Now you are in the second tier of leveling up, and that is from 200 to 265, and I found that the fastest way to do this is just to grind public events, lost sectors, and region chests, prioritizing public events first and region chests last. At this point, you just want to level up with blue gear as much as possible. Public events and lost sectors are the best source for blue gear, and naturally you will find some exotics and legendaries out there, but at this stage your blue gear will even be higher than your legendaries and exotics. And as much as there are things that you should be doing at this time, there are lots of things that you shouldn't be doing at this time. And speaking of legendaries and exotics, don't waste your time infusing anything. I know you all are eager to wear your favorite legendaries and exotics, but fusing things at this time is a giant waste of glimmer and legendary shards, and you will need your legendary shards for infusing once you do get to that high level, and for Xur when he comes, since he takes legendary shards for exotics. So don't infuse. Whatever blue armor that you get at higher level than your current, just equip it. Just do it like Nike. Now, you may be wondering why I mentioned region chests. Region chests are marked on the map as the little small crosshair like marks, and when you search for these, you can identify them from the rest of the chest as a gold box with that same mark on the box. So when you open these, you will receive 1000 glimmer and 3 tokens. You need tokens to level up reputation with each of the NPCs on the planet, just like Davram K, who is up in the church in the European Dead Zone. Each time you level up with an NPC, they will give you a legendary engram, and legendary engram obviously contain legendary gear, and you will need legendary gear later when you're a higher level and need to level up. So for now, just collect the tokens so you can be prepared when the time comes. Some other things that you should not do, I repeat, should not be doing at this time are as follows. The first one is quests. Quests can give you powerful, rare, and legendary gear that will be useful after you are power level 260 and after you turn in all the tokens that I had you collect before, and here's why. Leveling after 260, which is called the soft cap by the way, gets really difficult because blue engrams stop dropping gear higher than level 260 and legendary gear stops at 265. The good thing about quests is that if you are 260 to 265-ish and are rewarded a blue or legendary weapon or armor, that weapon or armor can drop higher than a power level of 260 if it's a blue, or 265 if it's legendary. So for example, I was level 265-ish and I did the quest for the Mida mini tool. That weapon, being a legendary weapon, dropped at power level 271. So you can see how quests will help you get over that 265 wall. The second thing you should not do are milestones, the nightfall, or flashpoints. These things give rewards called powerful gear, and these can drop at 280 if your power level is close to that tier. If you're around 250 and you complete a nightfall, your power level is only going to drop around 260 or 270. So you can see how that's a big waste. Try to at least get to power level 270 before doing these. So now what? Let's say you're somewhere between 268 and 275-ish and you did everything I told you to do. What you could do is try something I like to call the Gunsmith grind. To do this, you would need to complete the quest that gives you the Might Multi tool first. This can be obtained by completing the enhanced quest in the European Dead Zone on Earth after getting the Might Mini tool at the end of that quest. What happens is once you get the Might Multi tool, Devrim K will keep it in his inventory for you to purchase with legendary shards at any time. So if you have a ton of spare legendary shards, you can use them to buy a bunch of Might Multi tools. You can then dismantle those and then gain weapon parts, which you can use to gain reputation with the Gunsmith. Once you gain reputation with the Gunsmith, you will get an engram that will drop legendary gear and legendary mods. The legendary gear can be higher than your current gear level depending on your current power level. The legendary mods can help you climb over some of your max level walls, and here's why. If you don't know by now, all legendary mods add a power of +5 to any weapon or armor. So let's say all your weapons and armor pieces have power level of 275 without any legendary mods on them. You can add a legendary mod to a piece of weapon or armor and increase the power level of that weapon or armor to 280. If you do this to all of your other weapons or armor that you can, you will significantly increase your power level. If you didn't see my guide on mods, then click the link here and I will also have a link at the end of the video. Another thing at this point, and what a lot of people are doing, are farming exotic engrams. Throughout the history of Destiny, exotic engrams have been known to drop up to the max level. Now at the time of this video, Xur wasn't a thing yet, so if you're watching this and Xur is a thing, and if he's selling exotic engrams, then that would be your best bet. Other than Xur, you need to farm exotic engrams, and the best way to do this are public events in the Crucible. Exotic engrams have a chance to drop in these events. Legendary engrams can also decrypt into exotics, so you can get exotics by leveling up reputation. Now will also be a good time to pick up those treasure maps from Cade, since they also have a chance to drop exotics. The raid also was not out at the time of this video, but if the raid's up, that's also a good method for you to go and grind some gear. You can also just wait for the reset day. The reset day will bring more milestones, more flashpoints, pretty much anything that gives you powerful gear, like the Nightfall. If it says powerful gear, then it's gonna give you some pretty good rewards. That's gonna help you with your light level grind. But other than that, hey, good luck with your level up grind. Just know that we all hit level walls, so you're not alone. Hopefully something in this video, however, have gave you some direction in what you want to do as far as leveling up. But that's all for me, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you have any comments or questions, make sure you hit the comments down below. And if this video was useful for you, definitely drop a like. It definitely helps out the channel. Be sure to subscribe because you're awesome. And that brings me to the end of this video. I'm Shadow Hollow, signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.